ball finds a hole up the middle.
Steps up, goes deep left side. Receiver open, counting. Touchdown, Titans! Takes a nice shot outside the goal box, and he will break the 0-0 tie. Fantastic shot by Kenloff Solon.
Giller makes a move, a good one, opportunity here, the Bears score! The Bears strike first.
He's at the 40, he's down to the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jalen Bryan. Why not? What a beautiful run.
Maureen there, fights her off the puck, opportunity here, another sit, and a goal! Second chance effort for the Pioneers.
Put the icing on the cake, if you will, Michael. Go down and got to the outside and said good evening and good night.
Hey everybody, welcome to White Bear Lake South Campus in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. We are here as the White Bear Lake Bears are getting ready to host the Roseville Raiders in girls basketball. You see the records there, White Bear at 9-6, Roseville at 13-2. Sam Erickson and John Miller here to bring you all the action tonight. How you doing this evening, John?
I'm doing great, Sam. These are two great girls teams in the Suburban East Conference. Definitely a matchup to watch.
Yeah, it should be a great showdown here tonight. Another side note we want to mention about tonight's matchup is going to be in support of Coaches versus Cancer. Very good cause, and you often see that these days in basketball throughout the season. Teams showing their support for what is a great cause. So you see the t-shirts there. Teams are going to be wearing that for the warm-ups, and there's going to be some signs and other things around the gymnasium in support of that. But with that out of the way, we're going to get into the Suburban East standings. What do you got for us, John?
Yeah, Sam, you kind of hit on the overall records as Roseville is currently sitting at 13-2, White Bear Lake sitting at 9-6, but both of these teams are 5-2 in conference, so this is a big Suburban East game, interconference game for these two teams, and we'll see how this one shakes out at the end of the night.
That should be good. And now we're going to take an even closer look at tonight's matchup.
Yeah, if you look at the Roseville Raiders, they have 3 players that are averaging over 8 points per game. They're currently on a 7-game win streak. And a player to watch for the Roseville Raiders is number 12, Kaya Porter. She is averaging 18.1 points per game, and White Bear Lake will have to shut her down in order to win tonight. Now we'll take a look at the White Bear Lake Bears. 5 players are averaging over 8 points per game. They kind of have point distribution from up and down their roster. Anybody can really score, but the player to watch is number 10, Audrey Perrin. She averaged 10 points per game so far this season. So, you know, Roseville's going to have to stop her tonight if they want to win as well.
We saw a lot of that scoring distribution with this White Bear Lake Bears team last year that made it to the state tournament. Got a big tilt here in the Suburban East coming up after the break. It's the Raiders and the Bears tipping off. We got it next.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, baby. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back. Got basketball on deck for you here tonight. TV 19 Sports, we're at White Bear Lake South Campus. And there's a look at Audra Perrin, one of the stars here for the Bears, as they're set to take on Roseville here tonight in a very exciting Suburban East matchup. There are the records. Roseville coming in this one, a very nice 13-2 record. White Bear 9-6, coming off a season in which they made the state tournament. Sam Erickson and John Miller here with you to bring you all the action. And it should be a good one tonight, huh, John?
Yeah, Sam, it should be a great game tonight. As you just saw, Audrey Perrin averaging 10 points per game this season, the 5'11 senior center. She'll be one to watch tonight. Make sure to check. We'll do a little Twitter plug right now. I'm at JohnTV19, and you can follow Sam at SamTV19, and you can follow us for updates on there as well.
Yeah, we'll be giving you some live tweets from this one. And always want to be available for anything you got to send our way. Always looking for good content for some of the programs we do here on TV 19. And before we tip things off, we're going to take a look at the White Bear Lake schedule upcoming here. And John, why don't you get through some of those for us?
Yeah, if you look at the White Bear Lake girls basketball schedule, on the 24th, they play Parker Cottage Grove. If we remember, we broadcasted the game against Parker Cottage Grove here earlier this season, and Park almost made a comeback win, but the Bears held off, so that should be another good game. And then they play another good team in Woodbury, Cretin-Durham Hall on February 17th. You know, it should be a good test for them to end the season.
Definitely, that Cretin-Durham Hall team doing very good this season. Beat the Bears earlier on the year.
Yeah, currently 5-1 in conference this year, 9-4 overall. Both these teams trailing Eastridge, who, you know, they're good top to bottom in every sport, so that should be a good game as well.
Yeah, pretty stacked conference in the Suburban East this year. Even Woodbury knocking off a few teams, so.
You just saw the Roseville schedule right there. Roseville, we were talking about earlier, they may have a better record, but they haven't played as good as teams as White Bear Lake has played.
These two teams coming in with an identical 5-2 record in the Suburban East, so this one going a long way in terms of sectional seedings and potentially for a conference championship. White Bear Lake can win this one, maybe get some help down the road, defeat Cretin-Durham Hall in the second time they get together. You never know. Suburban East champions a year ago would want to do it again this year. They turn it over to start, and Roseville will have their first shot with the ball.
Yeah, Michaela Cragen, unfortunately, she had a nice lane to drive to the hoop, and she just dribbled it off her knee. Ball goes to Roseville.
Well, there's Kaya Porter, number 12, with the ball. She's the leading scorer on this Raider team. Good pressure defense. Porter able to get rid of it. And Roseville now will reset. Porter swings it around. Hanson with it now, takes a dribble, tries to bounce it in the lane, hits some feet. But Roseville will stay with it. Good head fake, now a short jump shot, and that will fall. Jolisa Ross, the 12th grader, knocking down the first points of the game, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, Jolisa Ross with a little nice jump shot right there. She's the second leading scorer on the team with 9.4 points per game.
Farrand off on the three-point attempt. And pass just out of the reach for Aaron Hill. Kaya Porter will reset things for Roseville. Dribble into the lane. She'll shoot a short jump shot, and that goes down. And good start for the Raiders.
Yeah, as we talked about, Kaya Porter averaging 18 points per game. White Bear Lake needs to step up their defense on her. You don't want her to get hot early.
That's a silky jump shot she just displayed right there. Now Perrin's going to put one up from distance. That's off. And Hanson pulls down the rebound.
Get two quick threes from White Bear Lake. They definitely need to start working the ball down low. Go for the easy jump shots. That's what Roseville's done on their first two possessions.
Porter was looking to get it inside to Hanson on the low block. But then we had a foul on the floor.
Yeah, Alexa Moline just trying to do too much, sticking her hand in there.
That is the first team foul here early on. 16 minutes left to go in the first half. Roseville with the first couple buckets on the night. Porter drives again, doesn't get the roll, and Perrin rips down the rebound.
Well, she had the shot, just came up a little short.
Moline. Good touch on the entrance pass into Farron, but better defense from the Raiders to knock it away. The ball will stay with White Bear.
Yeah, nice backside defense by number 15, Ashley Boss. White Bear Lake tried to feed it down low, and she just came in and swatted the ball away.
Alexa Moline from distance. That one's good. And she's a prolific three-point shooter.
Sam, she made that look effortless. That was nothing but net.
And definitely one of the better three-point shooters on this Bear team. And that gets White Bear onto the board. Now trailing 4-3, just over 15 left to go in the opening half. Ill-advised pass intercepted. That's Tessa Anderson. Anderson tries to go the whole length of the court, loses the dribble, and Roseville will take over after the turnover.
And White Bear Lake had their chance to take the lead. Unfortunately, she tried to do too much, and she dribbled it out of bounds as well.
So kind of a big mass substitution for Coach Jeremy Post. Leaves Jordan Farron in, the lone starter, and Alexa Mullen. So 3 changes for White Bear.
Yeah, substitution is definitely part of the White Bear Lake game, and that's why we see the points differential from the top to the bottom.
And that helps them out a lot of times in these close matchups. Kind of having that depth, having that energy at the end of the game really pays off.
Yeah, you could have said it better, Sam. That's why they held off White Bear or Cottage Grove earlier this season, because Cottage Grove played the same 5 players the whole game, and they were dead at the end of the game. White Bear Lake's starting 5 was fresh to go.
Yeah, kind of surviving. Not a great second half by White Bear. That shows you, the mark of a good team is able to kind of win those games that maybe you don't play your best. Maybe let a team get back into it, but you hold on and get the W.
I got a feeling this is going to be one of those games, Sam. White Bear Lake's it's definitely going to be a close game.
Yeah, I think we're in for a good matchup here tonight. A couple of local rivals here in the Suburban East. Always good matchups when these two schools get together.
Yeah, they put 6-foot Claire Odemark on Kaya Porter. They're trying to get some size in her face. Don't let her get the easy shots. The swarming defense is right there.
Yeah, it looks like Porter uses some of that speed and gets the bucket. And it looks like Kaya Porter is going to be recognized for her 1,000th point on her career. What an accomplishment there by number 12, the senior guard. And after her start this evening, no wonder that she's got 1,000 on the career.
That's a huge accomplishment in high school basketball, Sam. It's kind of surreal to be a part of it. It was very, very touching moment she had with her family right there.
A lot of work goes into scoring that many points.
You never see the hourless jump shots that she's probably taken in the court by herself when nobody's looking. And that's what makes a good basketball player, able to score 1,000 points in high school basketball.
But you can see some of the result is a very nice jump shot by number 12 in white.
Very smooth.
Playing good defense. Aaron entry pass. And another turnover for White Bear, already their 3rd.
Yeah, nice effort there by Taya Langston to try to save that one. Unfortunately, she just couldn't get there. Looks like they're playing some isolation here.
Ball goes around the arc, finds its way back to Porter. She gets rid of it quick. And now they go back at the top of the arc. Trying to make a move off the dribble, high off the glass, comes off the front iron. Jada Hood, good job getting to the basket, just couldn't finish it off. Now another nice penetration there, but off the backboard and rebounded by Roseville as Courtney Crouch got in, but couldn't finish the bucket.
You got to remember, White Bear Lake's playing with their backup 5 players right now, and they're still staying in the game and not letting Roseville get anywhere near the basket.
Good defense from the Bears, keeping Roseville far from the basket.
There's that good
Turnover
defense again.
Nice dribble, keeping it in bounds and taking it the whole way. Got a foul. It looks like it's going to be a block. Referees are actually going to talk it over to see what they got.
Yeah, Sophie Janicki trying to do it herself. Nice tiptoe down the sidelines after the steal, and then gets the blocking foul against Roseville. Now she's at the line for 2.
Yeah, what a presence of mind to take that dribble there, keep it in bounds. Referee right on the spot, makes the right call. Player or the ball never went out.
Yeah, the Bears need these free throws right here.
And that's a nice shot from Janicki, her first points of the evening.
Yeah, Janicki, we've seen her shoot it from downtown. She's got a nice shot.
Yeah, one of the leaders here on the Bears this season, a senior forward. And I thought that three-pointer earlier from Alexa Mullen was big. Those free throws are big as well, cashing in on the free opportunities, as points have been a little bit hard to come by for the Bears in the early going.
It sure has, but they've been playing great defense, so it's kind of like a Big Ten basketball game right now. A lot of defense, not a lot of scoring.
Pass underneath. Good move on the low block. Number 41, Jada Johnston.
Then Jada Johnston just ended up being wide open on the low post, and Perrin tried to come over. Unfortunately, he's a little too late.
Crouch goes baseline. Tried to give it off, but it's intercepted, and another turnover by the Bears.
Yeah, she kind of got in a pickle. She dribbled herself into the corner and then tried to go down the baseline. Nobody's open after that.
Pass out now, down low. And another good move by Jada Johnston. She gets her second consecutive bucket. Impressive stuff from the 6-foot freshman.
Yeah, once again, she was wide open on the low post, and Perrin tried to get over again. She took a couple dribbles and just threw it in there for a layup.
And that one kicked out. Crouch from the corner, can't get it to go. And the rebound goes to Jada Hood and Roseville.
I feel like we need to see White Bear Lake feed the post, get Perrin the ball, let her score down low.
And loose ball. Everybody's fighting for it, but Audra Perrin ends up with it for White Bear.
Yeah, she smacked it away, ended up coming back away with the ball after a little congestion there.
Crouch does some dribbling, and eventually is called for the charge as Jolisa Ross stands her ground and gets the call.
Yeah, that was a great charge right there. She just planted those feet. So a lot of high school players aren't the best at that, but she looked like a pro right there.
And a couple changes for Roseville.
You see White Bear Lake has most of their starting five back in the game.
Ross gives off to Langston. Langston dribbles towards the top of the arc. Now Hansen with it. They try to work it back inside. Good defense, active hands by Roseville. And foul by Farron, and it looks like Aaron Hill is going to go to the line.
Yeah, the captain just, playing defense when nobody else, the rest of her team is running back down court, almost gets the reverse layup to go in. That was a great play overall.
Yeah, nearly battling through the contact to make the bucket. First free throw is long. 10-5, 10:49 left to go here in the first half. Bit of a slow start for White Bear.
Yeah, they definitely need a score on this next offensive possession.
Hill definitely likes to take her time there at the free throw line. That time it pays off. She makes one of two and gives Roseville a 6-point lead.
Yeah, they're not letting White Bear Lake feed Perrin down low. They're double teaming her down there. And they're going to have to find somebody else to score. I know that we've talked about they score from top to bottom, but somebody needs to step up and quick.
And that one thrown away, and another turnover. They're starting to pile up early on for White Bear.
This Roseville team's definitely a little quicker than White Bear Lake as well.
Down low into Hansen. Hansen nowhere to go with it. She'll kick it back out. Ross with it now. Ross swings it to Hill. Hill passes it one more. You see Roseville really likes to move the ball.
Yeah, missed pass there. Jolisa Ross was wide open on the low block, and now she'll get the ball again.
And the Raiders definitely content with just taking their time. Ross, nice move off the dribble, and is fouled. And she'll go to the line for two.
That foul wasn't really necessary. I think you just put your arms up. She was out of control driving to the lane. You stick your arms up, and she's going to miss it. That would have been a really tough layup, opposite hand layup to make as well.
Ross now with a chance to increase the lead. She nails the first.
Free throws matter in high school basketball, Sam, even college basketball. We see a lot of teams, high school through college, they still only shoot like 60%, and they come to make or break games.
Absolutely. You might not feel it in the moment, but at the end of that game, when you go back and look through the stats and realize how many points you left on the board from missed free throws, can sometimes be aggravating, especially for coaches.
Exactly.
But I think we're so far perfect tonight between both squads. Ross hits both, makes it a 13-5 game now. And White Bear really needs to get things going offensively.
Yeah, Ross with 4 points early.
Good catch in traffic by Perrin, fouled on the play.
See if White Bear Lake can get something going here.
Inbounded to Mullen. She tries to go off the dribble baseline. Short jump shot off the front. of the rim, rebounded by Kaya Porter.
Yeah, I felt like she should have kicked that one back out. That was definitely contested the whole way.
Porter, good dish to Hansen. Hansen with the scoop layup, gets it to go high off the glass. Nice finish for number 40. And as you can see, Kaya Porter, not just a scorer, she can distribute the ball as well.
Yeah, Roseville just doing it from top to bottom. Everybody's going quick, high tempo to start the game.
And we'll have a timeout. I believe that's going to be White Bear Lake's first timeout of the game. And with that, we're going to let you know about some of our upcoming broadcasts here on TV 19.
Yeah, on January 26th, we have wrestling, North versus Matamidi. We recently started covering wrestling a little more. On January 31st, we have girls basketball, Matamidi versus Simley. And then on February 3rd, we have boys basketball, huge game, Matamidi versus North. Parker Fox versus Good News Capogal. We'll see what happens there. I'm excited to watch it. February 7th, we got some girls basketball, Matamidi versus Simley, some more wrestling. And then we have Tartan versus Matamidi on February 10th, boys basketball. Once again, Parker Fox versus Jordan Horn.
Yeah.
Two of the best players in the state.
For those of you that didn't catch what happened in the first one of that, huge second half comeback by Matamidi. I think they were down like 29-14 at halftime. They ended up coming back to win that one. So should be exciting stuff, the return matchup. And after Matamidi won that big one, they might be Metro East champions. That had huge championship implications, that game. Both teams were undefeated in conference coming into it.
Yeah, they have a really good team. You know, they have Parker Fox who can do it down low, and he can also shoot the three. And then you have Shane Frost. They have a lot of guys who can score.
Jada Johnston really making a name for herself tonight. Slipping behind the defense and getting her third bucket, making it 17-5 now, Roseville in the lead.
Yeah, that low post defense for White Bear Lake is really lacking right now.
Yeah, Johnson only a freshman. Good awareness by Roseville, though, to get her the basketball. She was wide open under there.
Only a freshman and the tallest girl on the team.
Tessa Anderson does a good job penetrating. And nearly gives a high five to the wrong team. Maybe she meant to.
It's always good to see good sportsmanship.
Yeah,
there,
for sure.
They need these free throws, and they need to stop, and they need to score. They need to get something going here, Sam. Their offense really doesn't look like it's got a game plan. It seems like one player will try to drive, and then they'll either shoot a contested shot or make a bad pass, and it's really not working out.
Anderson doesn't get the roll on the second one. Got a kind roll on the first. So the Bears only able to come away with 1 point from that possession. Now 17-6. And ball goes out, but it's going to stay with Roseville. You see Coach Post on the far sideline. I think he's complaining that a lot of the picks that Roseville's setting are moving screens.
Yeah, the younger Janicki getting in the game, the sophomore. And we saw against Park, both of those sisters can shoot the three.
And a little miscommunication by Roseville as Jolisa Ross throws it away. Looking for Jada Hood.
You know, I know White Bear Lake can shoot the three, and they have a lot of girls who can, but they need to settle for some high percentage 2-point shots right now. Not try to do too much in order to get back in this game. It's still early in the first. Let's see what happens.
They're two big scorers on this team. There's a shot from outside that goes down.
You know, I tell them not to shoot a three, Sam, and go for a two, and they drain a three. And that was just a two, actually.
Yeah, only a two. I think the said foot was on the line. Well, big bucket regardless for White Bear.
They definitely needed it.
As you were saying, they're going to want to get their post offense going. You look at Audrey Perrin and Jordan Farron, kind of the two bigger stars on this White Bear team, both post players. So I think they're going to want to get them involved underneath the basket.
Yeah, that post defense for White Bear Lake's really lacking. You can see them playing with their hands right now. I don't know if they're getting tired because this Roseville team is quick, and they're moving all over the court, and you can just tell they have great ball movement. Girls are flying everywhere. They've got a good team here, Sam.
Yeah, you can tell they like to move that ball quick, keep the defense moving, and then kind of make them fall asleep and find something back, on the weak side.
That's definitely what
there's a good play off the inbound. Layup doesn't go. Hansen gets the rebound, but that's rejected away. Not sure who got on there. It looked like Alexa Mullen, perhaps. All the way up the court. Claire Odemark gets fouled, almost got the bucket to roll in. But White Bear coming to life a little bit here, getting the big defensive stop and a chance to add to their 8 points.
Tell you what, Sam, I'm really impressed with this freshman, Jada Johnson. She's going to be doing big things her senior year.
First free throw goes as Odemark, sophomore.
Yeah, these are some young squads, Sam. A lot of sophomores. There are seniors up there, but a lot of these teams are full of sophomores and juniors.
That was the thing with the White Bear team last year that went to state. A lot of seniors on that team. But Coach Post, great job of kind of reloading and bringing back competitive teams year after year. Great youth program here in the White Bear Lake area as well.
You know, that's really where it all starts, Sam. You get them believing in the program, and they build that cohesion and the confidence.
And Janicki rips down the rebound. Another defensive stand for White Bear Lake. Now down 8. Odemark tries to make something happen again, gets the roll and the foul. And she's going to go to the line for the old school three-point play.
Yeah, Odemark with 5 quick points here. 5 points overall. Said somebody's got to step up, and she's doing it.
That's another reason you see that the scoring averages on this team are spread out, is that, you know, if somebody's having an off night, somebody else might step up. It kind of seems to be a different player every night for this team.
Yeah, it really does. And Odemark hits the free throw, now 6 points. Now it's only a 5-point game. They've definitely, it was a much-needed timeout that they called a little earlier. Because I think it's going on about 3 minutes since Roseville scored any points.
Yeah, I was going to say they've definitely made a run after that timeout as well. 17-12, 6.5 minutes left to go. Hansen got it in the high post at the elbow. She'll pass it out. Kaya Porter with it now, swings it cross court. Head fake, drive. And some contact as Janicki is going to get called for the foul. She hits the floor hard, but I think she's all right.
Yeah, Ashley Boss going for her first points of the game. It looked like she didn't even try to shoot that layup. She just knew she was going to chuck it up there because she was going to get hacked.
I believe that's going to be number 2 on Janicki.
I'll tell you what, Sam, Roseville, they've had plenty of three-point opportunities, and they don't want to take it for whatever reason. I don't know if they're not really high-percentage three-point shooters or even remotely good at them, but their game is definitely two-pointers, and that's it. There's the foul. As you see, she just chucked it. She knew she was going to get hacked, so she kind of just threw it up there.
And it looks like this Roseville team definitely likes to use their time on offense, kind of slow things down, work it around, you know, not rush too much. There's a battle for the rebound off the missed free throw. Possession arrow stays with Roseville, so good hustle play. And the Raiders will keep the ball.
You know, you catch a break, you get Roseville to miss 2 free throws, you're about to get the ball back. Boxing out is a big deal.
Ashley Boss now with it. Porter trying a cross-court pass and nearly taken away by Courtney Crouch, but she just couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, it was a nice job to get the ball back by Jada Hood right there.
And White Bear now doing an excellent job forcing some of these cross-court passes, little lower percentage passes. Now Roseville works it around. Hansen gets it high off the glass. That doesn't go. And Audrey Perrin gets the rebound. Perrin, a tenacious rebounder. Good job going ahead to Perrin. Perrin's fouled. And White Bear, with a couple of free throws, could make this a 3-point game.
Yeah, somebody needs to help out Perrin against Jada Johnson. That's kind of a mismatch. Perrin hasn't been able to stop her in the low post the whole game.
Perrin good on that on the first.
It's her first point of the game. And there's her second.
Perrin gets the roll. And I think we did have a missed free throw, but only one so far here tonight, so.
No, there's 3. They missed 2. Roseville missed 2 on the 2 possessions ago.
My mistake. Action's been happening so fast, I quickly forget things, so 3 missed free throws. I spoke a little too soon.
Nice play there by Crouch.
Crouch, kind of an ill-advised shot, just throws it up, but almost got it to go.
Nonetheless, White Bear Lake, Roseville hasn't scored in over 5 minutes.
And we are at about the 5-minute mark now here in the first half. Kaya Porter, after she got her 1,000th point on a career, hasn't really done much in terms of scoring since then. She had 4 of the first 6 for Roseville, and I believe that's all she's got since.
Yeah, White Bear Lake doesn't want to wake the beast.
Yeah, excellent job defending number 12. Well, there's a timeout on the floor. With that, we're going to take another quick look at those Suburban East standings.
Yeah, you see both of these teams sitting at 5-2, Roseville with a better record, but as we talked about earlier, Roseville really hasn't played the teams that White Bear Lake has played. Eastridge is always 6-1 overall in conference, 12-3 overall. They'll definitely be a contender for the state championship, and we'll really see how good these girls are. And one of them is going to win tonight and take over the other one.
Yeah, both these teams have lost a game to Cretin-Derham Hall. An interesting one, though, is Woodbury taking down Roseville by 14 at Roseville back on December 28th.
Yeah, that's a big game. White Bear Lake beat Roseville by 10 earlier this year on January 4th. So these are two teams very, very close in competitiveness.
Yeah, definitely. You kind of see the whole conference as is pretty competitive.
You just got that Eastridge team, and that's about it. Oh, and Cretin. The rest is up for grabs.
Mullen Long on the right-handed runner. Jada Hood slows it up after getting it across court. Kaya Porter with it now, trips. No call. She keeps the dribble, though, showing off even more skill and versatility.
That was impressive.
Didn't even blink an eye.
No, those knee pads helped her slide about 5 feet, and she still kept her dribble.
And Harlem Globetrotters out there.
Well, she gets 2 points.
I was going to say, get back to the scoring ways. Porter comes up with another 2.
It was really only fitting that after she had kept that dribble that she scored the 2 points.
Yeah, really. She earned it. 5-point game once again. 4 minutes to go now in the opening half. 19-14. Crouch drives into the lane, passes it to the corner, 3-pointer, too long, and Hansen with the rebound.
Yeah, those corner threes, they're always it's always very hard to read how much you really need to put on those shots.
That one just a little bit too much mustard. And after a nice run, White Bear in jeopardy of making this now a 7-point game if Roseville is able to score on this possession.
Yeah, they took their highest scorer out of the game. Oldmark taking a little bench right now.
Yeah, she's come off the bench. I think it's contributed 5 points for White Bear, at least.
Yep, 5 points. Oh, that
Good
was a beautiful
hands.
pass. Even better for White Bear, like to stick their hand in there.
Yeah, so the deflection ends up going off of a Roseville player. And White Bear will get the ball back, so good stand by the Bear defense.
Yeah, Oldmark back in the game now. So is Perrin, so putting their hottest players in right now, except the younger Janicki.
And there is 21, Ella Janicki. Good crossover dribble, draws the contact.
Did you see those handles, Sam? Wow.
And that is the younger Janicki, Ella the freshman. So we got some future stars of the Suburban East on display here this evening.
She had such nice handles. I thought she was playing street ball there.
Good recovery by defense, though.
It really was.
Can't hit the first, Janicki.
You'll see this little crossover, double crossover.
Jolisa Ross, though, very quick player. Good hands on that one.
Still very, very impressive handles.
Janicki can't hit either, but gets the rebound. She'll go back up with it. And it looks like she'll get another chance to go to the line. The Bears are in the bonus, and Bears are not in the bonus. Foul was on the ground, so no free throws coming up.
I really thought she was shooting on that foul.
All right, there we go, yep. I was going to say, scoreboard looked like it's had the Bears in the bonus, and referee's got it right now. And Janicki will go to the line for 1 and 1. Foul was on the ground, so not 2 free throws. We'll do 1 and 1.
It really looked like she was going up with the ball there, Sam. She grabbed a rebound and put it back up.
I think she intentionally tried to make an effort to shoot the basketball because she knew she got the contact.
Smart. They need these free throws right here.
And too strong again. I think I've jinxed our free throw shooters after saying that only 1 missed. I forgot about 2 that have missed, and now it seems like none of them have gone in since.
Yeah, you just read my mind, Sam. I literally was just about to comment on that.
That's all right. They'll start nailing them. So Roseville with the ball. 5-point lead. 2:30 left to go in the opening half. Johnston from long distance. Excuse me, not Johnston. That was Molly Ryan from distance.
Yeah, I think you saw why they don't shoot threes now, Sam. That was a brick.
Ross with the drive. And charge. Good job by Audrey Perrin standing in there and taking the contact.
There's 2 charges in this game. Way to set your feet, take the contact. You know what's coming. Brace yourself. Get your team the ball back.
I think that was a good read by Perrin as saw Ross put her head down and kind of just start charging towards the basket. So opportunity again for the Bears, but careless with the basketball. They throw it away.
Couldn't tell you who that pass was going to, Sam.
I think just a little bit of indecision.
He was like right at the perfect spot in between both players.
And that would have been that's a big possession there for White Bear. Also getting the stop, hoping to make it a 3-point game, potentially a 2-point game with a 3-pointer.
I'll tell you what, though, both these teams have played outstanding defense this half.
Yeah, you see our score right now at 19-14. Pretty low scoring affair so far.
This game is on pace to be 38-28 at the end of the game.
That's that Minnesota math right there. That's a Park of Cottage Grove graduate.
Hey, I can math.
It's like you did quicker than I could. I just knew it was going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely has that Big Ten basketball, actually just Big Ten play in every sport kind of feel.
I like it, that rivalry conference matchup type of feel. I think things might open up a little bit in the second half once both coaches get a chance to kind of discuss a few things. And rebound to Claire Udmark. Minute 40 left to go. Tessa Anderson driving baseline. Now gets a throw, but another charge. This time, Taya Langston for Roseville standing her ground.
Sam, I really can't tell you what the White Bear Lake offense is doing. They seem to put themselves down on the baseline and they can't escape, and they seem to do that almost every drive.
Yeah, it just seems a little bit of indecision on whether they want to work their offense off the dribble or pass first. And that's kind of when you see some of these turnovers.
Yeah, I think you gotta drive, you gotta draw the defense in, but she had 2 girls open on a 3-point line on the opposite side of the court. She easily could have pulled up, passed it over there. You gotta have your eyes up.
Charge was the call, goes the other way. Roseville now another opportunity to increase the lead. That one flies off the backboard.
Perrin with a great board.
What a pass, does find its way to Mullen. Mullen, soft touch, gets it to go. And White Bear finally gets it to within 3 with less than a minute to go now.
Yeah, Molina with 5 points. Makes her the tied for the highest scoring player for White Bear Lake.
Ashley Boss holds it for Roseville. Gives it away. Now Kaya Porter. Porter to Taya Langston.
Yeah, they really shut down Porter, White Bear Lake's defense has.
Langston gets it to Porter. Good defense here from the Bears. Porter, works her way into the paint. Throws up a difficult shot. That one doesn't hit iron. Rebound, though, does go to Roseville. Hanson gets it on the low block, makes a move, but can't get that easy shot to go in. And White Bear gets the rebound.
Slow things up, settle for the last shot.
Yeah, about 10 seconds, so gotta go quick here. Tessa Anderson with the ball at the top of the key. Mullen with it now, glances at the scoreboard, dumps it off to Perrin. Perrin's got to shoot it, fires one up. And boy, that looked pretty good from where we're sitting. Hits off the back iron and goes out. So the score will remain 19-16. Roseville leading it here going into the break. We will have that second half for you when we return. It's Suburban East basketball here on TV 19 Sports.
We've all seen stories of conflict that ended with peace. We've seen stories of hunger end in abundance. We see stories of fear, despair, and poverty, but they can end with courage, hope, and love. With you. Be a part of writing a story that's greater than poverty. Learn how at worldvision.org.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you bacteria can hide in food and make you ill. Wow! But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean, separate, cook, and chill. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready for the second half here. Girls basketball on TV 19 Sports, a Suburban East tilt here as White Bear Lake hosting Roseville. You saw the score on the bottom of your screen. Roseville with the halftime lead, 19-16. It was a closely fought half, but Roseville was in the lead pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, Roseville got out to a big lead to start the game, and White Bear Lake really stepped up their defense, and I think Roseville went over about 6 minutes without scoring a point to allow White Bear Lake to get back in the game, and they put on an impressive defensive show.
Yeah, biggest lead got to about double digits for Roseville. White Bear was able to chip away little by little, and they get a stop to start the second half. Jordan Farron going the other way, gets it ahead to Michaela Cragen just barely. And we'll have a foul.
Yeah, after only shooting 1 3-pointer for Roseville that whole first half, they come out shooting a 3 right away. Their coach had to have seen what I saw, which was wide open 3 looks. You got to take them.
Yeah, Jolisa Ross just off. Got a good look at the basket on that one, and that ball's thrown away. Swiper had some problems with turnovers in the first half, and they're going to start things in the second with a turnover.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to feed Perrin here to start the half. They had 2 low post passes right away.
There's Kaya Porter, brings it across half. Porter got her 1,000th point for the career in the first half. One of the early buckets of this one. The nice little part to this game, being a part of that.
Yeah, averaging 18 points per game. She scored her 1,000th point the first couple minutes, and then White Bear Lake really shut her down. She didn't score her second point, or third and fourth points until about 3 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, she kind of likes to dribble and get some short jump shots in the paint. And it looks like White Bear Lake's done a great job of just kind of crowding that painted area and making Roseville keep the ball beyond the arc. As you mentioned, team that doesn't really like to shoot threes. Mullen likes to shoot threes, though, and knocks it down, and we are all tied up at 19.
Yeah, Mullen with just stroking it from outside, getting her 8th points of the night. Now she's the highest scoring player for White Bear Lake.
And that was a confident three-pointer, nothing but nylon. And we're tied for the first time since very early on.
She's got a beautiful 3-point shot, Sam. Like, that's both of her threes tonight that she shot nothing but absolute net. No doubters.
There's a 3-pointer from Roseville, goes off the far side. And it's going to go off of Roseville trying to save the ball. That was Malia Hansen.
Roseville really does. You can tell why they don't shoot so many 3-pointers. A lot of their players have funky looking shots. They can shoot. They have nice mid-range jump shots. I mean, I haven't seen Porter shoot a 3 yet, but the other players who have shot a 3, it really hasn't been pretty besides Jolisa Ross.
Yeah, you could tell from early in the game that Porter, her tendency is definitely to get into the paint and kind of shoot those mid-range jumpers. Mullen's going to throw up another one. That one's good. And Alexa Mullen starting the second half on fire.
6 points are right away. Now she's up to 11. Just what White Bear Lake needed. She came into the game averaging 8.5 points per game, you know, so she's a little above there.
Roseville trying to work it inside. Hansen swings it to the wing, now down low. As Johnston getting another bucket. Jada Johnston, the freshman, had a nice first half and continues it here to start the second.
Yeah, Audrey Perrin's a good player, but she can't play great or very good low post defense.
Crouch is going to dribble in the middle. Shot from the free throw line possibly got deflected. Roseville's going to save it anyway as Jada Johnston there on that play.
Sam, how do you not give Mullen the ball to get a little heat check right there?
Porter picked up the dribble. Good pressure defense, but gets rid of it. Now they try and work it low to Johnston. And they're going to get Audrey Perrin for a loose ball foul. Going after the ball.
Yeah, they definitely should have got the ball to Moline right there. Back-to-back threes. At least get the ball in her hands, you know.
So 22-21 is the score after Mullen's second three of the second half. Good pressure defense from the Bears again. That forces a turnover.
Yeah, Aaron Hill, another captain there for the Roseville Raiders. Not very happy with the way she handled that last possession.
Now Mullen gets the ball, and Jada Hood right in her face when she gets it. Mullen's not gonna get another good look from three. You gotta bet that.
Well, she just might.
She tries to bounce it down low to Perrin. Perrin can't handle it, and Roseville escapes with the ball. Three-pointer again from Roseville. That one is good. Molly Ryan left wide open, and she's one of the few that took some three-pointers there in that first half.
Yeah, that's her first three of the game. It's her first 3 points, actually.
Farron from outside. That one just short. Rolls off the far side. And Jada Hood with the rebound. As things are picking up a little bit here in the second frame.
Just need a little more arc on that three, and it was good. You can tell coming off her hands, it was just a little too straight.
Hood with the drive. Got contact, able to get the shot up and almost got it to go. As Roseville back in the lead at 24-22.
Yeah, Roseville definitely needed that three right there from Molly Ryan to really answer back, take the lead back. Let's see if White Bear Lake can do anything on the offensive end this time.
Jada Hood knocks down the first free throw. Roseville continuing to shoot pretty good free throws.
That was Jada Hood's first point of the game. She's just a sophomore as well. This is a very young team. There's her second point.
So Hood nails both. 26-22, Roseville in front again. Oldmark takes the screen, dribbles towards the free throw line, then drops it back to Jordan Farron. A little bit of a taller lineup here for White Bear now. Crouch driving. And we'll have a foul on the ground. And it's going to be the second team foul against Roseville.
Sam, if you would have told me that we would be at this point in the game and Kaya Porter only has 4 points, I would tell you that White Bear Lake is winning by a lot. But they're still down by 4. Goes to show you how good this Roseville team is.
Nice drive by Crouch and an even better job getting her own rebound. Yeah, I agree with you, John. You can see that White Bear definitely made it an emphasis to kind of shut her down and make the rest of the Roseville Raiders beat her. Great feeding pass down low to Jordan Farron, who can convert those no problem. And it's now a 2-point game once again.
I'll tell you what, Ella Janicki, she is just a freshman. She definitely has great handles with the ball.
Always helps to have an older sister part of the program. The long three-pointer, Molly Ryan's good again. Molly Ryan, senior guard, finding her sweet spot.
If Roseville can start knocking down some threes and they have a great low post game, this is going to be awfully dangerous. What do you guard, the low post or the threes? I think you guard the low post, but it's not a good thing you want if you're White Bear Lake.
And a little bit of the inexperience showing for Janicki there. She tried to pass it off to Crouch. Crouch wasn't quite in bounds. And yeah, we'll have a look here. You see Crouch kind of heading out of bounds and doesn't quite get back in. And that's the turnover.
I mean, she had the right idea, just the player was way out of bounds.
Yeah, not sure why Crouch wandered so far. Regardless, it'll be a turnover. Porter driving, doesn't get it to go. Still without a bucket in a while. Johnston gets the shot off, gets fouled, and will head to the line. And you can start to see the confidence build in this Roseville team.
Yeah, I'm not too sure that was a foul, Sam, but nonetheless it was called, and that'll put Roseville at the line for 2. But yeah, like you said, the Roseville is definitely getting hot. You can see their confidence. They're shooting from all over.
You know, getting a big contribution from some players that they might not always get big numbers from, and Jada Johnson, and then 42, Molly Ryan. And with points so hard to come by in the first half, three-pointers have been big so far here in the second.
Yeah, it really has. It's for both teams.
Yeah, already I think 2 threes aside. Johnson getting the kind roll. So 30-24. Little under 12 minutes left to go in the ball game. Mullen with it. She gives to Perrin. Perrin dealing with all sorts of problems, but gets it off to Janicki. That was Sophie Janicki, the younger Janicki, with it now. And Perrin catches it in the lane, gets it up, and knocks down the shot to make it 30-26.
That's actually Perrin's first 2 points of the game, and I don't know how that was an and one, Sam, compared to the foul on the other end of the court.
Yeah, there was some contact there. I was very surprised that Perrin able to not only get it up, but get it in. High post, Johnston thought about turning to the basket. She'll give it off. Great defense. Gonna have a foul.
Oh,
a little too aggressive after the block.
They're getting Sophie Janicki with the technical. She grabbed the ball and chucked it on the ground. They got her for a tee.
And you did see that, yeah, call coming in from the near side official. That's something you don't often see here. Coach Jeremy Post, very good at keeping his cool. Bit of a lapse there from White Bear. Sorry, John.
Just a little frustration. It looked very innocent, but yeah, that's definitely a technical. I mean, you got to call it.
Been a tough contested match here so far. Aaron Hill to shoot for Roseville. Knocks down the first.
Yeah,
so big block. Not sure where the foul was there. Got a foul kind of on the follow through.
There you see she slammed it twice on the ground. One time just hitting another player for Roseville.
And Hill does a great job converting both free throws. It's back to a 6-point lead. Roseville will keep the basketball as well.
That was not what you needed if you're the Bears. I know things, high school players, emotions are always high, It's definitely, you're a senior, get called for a chintzy foul. Just not something you needed to do.
Good thing about head coach Jeremy Post, you gotta know that he knows how to handle those situations. And Janicki gonna have a seat. But she's gonna be back in this one and gonna be needed for the Bears as they try to come back. And careless turnover for Roseville, so good opportunity as Roseville wastes the free possession there.
Yeah, White Bear Lake definitely needs to get some points here. Can't go down by too much more than 6.
Farron dribbles, hands off. Janicki tries to pass it, deflects off a Roseville player.
That looked tipped to me, Sam.
Ref's gonna call it.
That was an awful call, Sam. That ball was definitely tipped. They're gonna consult.
I think they are gonna talk it over. I think one of the officials maybe had a different look. Certainly the fans inside the gym here see it a different way, but the call is gonna stand and be with Roseville.
Well, I saw it too, Sam. That was right in front of us. That was an awful call.
And I'm sure that won't help to cool some already hot heads here for White Bear. But they're going to have to play through it and get a big stop here again. Boss from outside, she gets it to go. So White Bear Lake content with letting Roseville have some of those open looks from three-point range. And it's coming back to hurt them as Ashley Boss knocks it down.
Here's the, obviously tipped. I don't know how you missed that call because we're watching the replay right now.
Yeah, that official right there must have just seen Aaron Hill's hand and thought it was the White Bear player. And that's a big play after the three-pointer. Big swing. We'll slow it down again.
This is just a call you can't miss. Like, you can obviously see the misdirection of the ball. It goes about 3 feet higher than it was intended.
Well, and you see how Odemark's body's positioned. If her hand got up there and, she wouldn't have been able to push it towards the crowd. If Odemark made contact with the ball, it would have headed back onto the court. Regardless, that was the call. And Roseville capitalized on that possession. It is a 9-point game with 10:30 left to go.
That's a huge swing of events.
But that might be just what the Bears need to get back into this one. It'll be exciting finish here, and we'll have the highlights for you on Sports Path, the show we want to remind you about that we do live every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. here on Channel 19. Going to have a good episode coming up this next Wednesday, as we got a couple players from the Mattamy United Zephyrs boys hockey team in studio to talk about their experience. They're going to take part in Hockey Day Minnesota this Saturday. I believe get to play an outdoor game down in Stillwater. So excited to hear from those guys about their experience, as well as some of the stuff that's been going on this season for a very good Mattamy United team. Well, we're back to action here. And Janicki going to penetrate. She'll give it to Farron. Farron's going to drive in, get down to the low block, throw a right-handed hook shot. Well, we have a blocking foul. And we are shooting two here. Farron is going to go to the line. Wasn't sure. And Farron can't hit the first one.
And White Bear Lake's two highest scorers, Audrey Parent and Jordan Farron, are just not scoring much today, and they definitely need these two to step up right now.
John, we've been talking a lot about free throws so far tonight, and it hasn't quite made all the difference, but I'm sure when you take a look at the difference in free throws made and missed between these two teams, White Bears at least left 6 points off the board from free throws that they've missed.
Yeah, they're down by 8, so it'll be a 2-point ball game. But not going to make every one, so probably about 3 points.
Janicki does a good job getting it across court. She'll send it back to Alexa Mullen, but great presence of mind. Janicki chases it down, makes a move, gets fouled, and the freshman is trying to make something happen here for White Bear in the second half.
Oh man, Ella Janicki, she is gonna be a ball player when she is a senior. I tell you what, she is all over the court, and that's why she's playing right now. Freshmen don't earn minutes unless you can play.
Absolutely, especially on a team as good as White Bear.
But let's talk about that complete miss there for Mullen. That was very unlike her.
Yeah, she was a little bit far, had kind of a step beyond the arc.
Saw the Mullen replay right there, just crossing the defender up.
But another missed free throw. And 35-27, 9:44 left to go. There's Janicki, but Parent takes a shot. She's down on the court.
You see the White Bear Lake parents aren't too happy about...
Now it looks like Parent took an elbow. Didn't see it. It was away from the play.
Well, yeah, you see her face real red, so something must have happened.
Yeah, she's going to take a seat for a second. I'm sure she'll be fine and get right back out there. No call, though, from the referees. Roseville has the ball, and they lead it by 7 with 9.5 left to go in the second half. Farron does a good job fronting Johnston in the post.
Nice move.
Porter. And she's been quiet tonight, but that doesn't mean she can't strike as she knocks one down, and the lead is back to 9 again for Roseville.
It's just her 6 points of the game. She averages 18.
Mullen to Odemark. Odemark off the dribble, tries to get by Porter. Contact on the baseline. It'll just be called out of bounds as it hits off a white shirt.
A 9-point game, White Bear Lake needs to score. They got it. There's 9 minutes left. You let this thing get in a double digit, Sam. I think it's a little too hard to come back for White Bear Lake's offense.
Yeah, possessions are becoming big for the Bears. Alexa Mullen been the most prolific scorer for the Bears tonight. Can't get that one to go as it's long. And Kaya Porter will get the ball.
Back-to-back huge misses for Mullen. That's very rare. She's got a nice shot.
Porter to Hill. Hill switches it to Ross. Quick shot from Roseville, long. That one comes off of Roseville.
As we were talking about earlier, those corner threes, it's always hard to shoot it, read the depth. You never really know.
Yeah, interesting. Roseville, quick shot there on that possession. Don't often see that. Looked like they might have been going for the dagger there. That three-pointer would have made it a 12-point game. That might have been just too much for, White Bear to come back from.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice shot, though. You know, they moved the ball around. She was wide open. They had the play they wanted. And
Farron just can't get it to go. Good move.
Yeah, nothing's been going White Bear's way after that technical foul.
Bears come out very hot to start the second half. Got their first lead of the game, but Roseville got it back and hasn't rescinded it since. Good head fake from Porter to get space. Can't complete the pass. Farron tries to save it. Goes out of bounds. Well, that was before, I think, Farron touched it. And it will go to White Bear.
Ooh, that was awful close call.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to have a look at that one. Possibly a makeup call.
Same ref that missed the other one. I like your thought process there, Sam.
Not saying it was intentional. Sometimes those things just subconsciously happen. Mullen with the drive. Defender falls. And she's going to make that no problem. As the 30-37 game. 7:30 left to go. Half number 2.
Yeah, Mullen now with 13 points. Five points above her average on the year. So she's definitely having a ball game. Keeping her team in the game. With, Farron and Perrin not scoring very much or even close to their points per games on the year, so we'll see if she can stay hot.
Yeah, that was big for White Bear to get a basket there.
Folks, we want to remind you to check out our other TV19 shows, including Your Business Matters, which takes place every month with Tom Snell and the White Bear Lake Chamber of Commerce as they bring in guests who is either a business owner in White Bear Lake or has some connection to White Bear. This 20-minute show provides good insight into what issues are affecting many local business owners. Your Business Matters airs every week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. and Friday at 9:30 p.m. That's Your Business Matters, only on Channel 19.
Yeah, good stuff, especially if you're a member of the White Bear community. That one's especially important for you to check out here on Channel TV19.
Now drive it in here. That YMCA was packed, so their business is great.
And we got action inside the gym here at the high school of White Bear as well. A turnover from Roseville, and that's a big defensive stop for White Bear. This is a 7-point game. They're going to try and chip away at that.
Yeah, if they score right here, it's going to remind you a little bit about that first half there, that 10 minutes to 5 minutes left stretch.
Farron gets deep down under the basket. Can't get the bucket to go. Foul. And it's going to go against number 30. Maybe just trying to do a little bit too much there. Got good position, though.
Sam, I think that was more of a jump ball than anything. They both had position. I don't know. Let's check this out.
A lot of contact. Got 2.
She was fouled right there, first of all.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little over the back. I'll give it to him. Awful close.
Good effort from Farron. And White Bear's going to have to rely on their defense again. Looked like they're putting Odemark on Kaya Porter, trying to put that tall player up against the prolific scorer here from Roseville.
Yeah, it's definitely worked. 6 points when you're averaging 18 on the year. Definitely a smart coaching decision.
She got space to get off a shot, and boy, she is silky.
Yeah, that's a beautiful mid-range jump game. Sam didn't want to say anything, but there are some Augsburg scouts right behind us, so I think they're looking at her.
That'd be well-suited to add number 12 to their roster. A good answer from White Bear Lake. It's a 7-point game again. Now 6 minutes and counting left to go. Porter slows it up. Johnson's going to hold. Oh, nearly gets away from Boss. Active hands. Crouch. Called for the reach-in, but I like the aggressiveness there. White Bear's going to need to get turnovers.
Yeah, just a little too aggressive. Yeah, they need it. They need a couple stops and a couple scores, letting their starters rest here, and they put both the Janicki sisters in.
And that foul does put them into the bonus. So maybe I might take that back on the aggressive foul. Boss gets the unorthodox free throw to go down.
Yeah, she kind of shoots from her ear. Very unconventional.
Ashley Boss, one of the captains, senior. Hey, whatever works.
Hey, there's an NBA player who just recently shot a granny shot free throw, so you know.
Yeah, underhand, which used to be a little more commonplace for the big men that couldn't get him to go down. He's perfected it, though. Pretty high percentage, I think.
Yeah, I guess his dad played, I forget his name, but his dad played in the NBA too and shot granny shot free throws as
Really?
well, yeah.
Yeah, I remember his percentage went way up, though, when he started doing that.
That's insane, and White Bear Lake needed to score on that last possession right there, and they didn't get anything.
So 40-32, 5 minutes left to go in this one. Roseville trying to make some headway in the Suburban East. That's a big bucket to make it a 10-point game. Coach Post is going to take a timeout and talk a few things over.
Yeah, it's definitely too much. I think it's too much to come back from, Sam. Your two highest scorers haven't been able to do anything all game. 10 points is a lot with 5 minutes left in a low-scoring ball game.
They have shown that they can knock it down from outside, so White Bear does have that in their back pocket.
Hey, folks, once again, we want to remind you to check out your other TV19 shows, including Inside Healthcare with Jody Ritaka. She brings you this monthly show providing tips and issues on healthcare that often relate to women's health. The show airs Wednesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. That's Inside Healthcare on Channel 19.
There's a look at White Bear Lake Athletic Director Tim Herman. I had the pleasure of working a wrestling match, a White Bear Lake wrestling match with Mr. Herman earlier this winter. Retiring after this season, after 20 years in charge of athletics here at White Bear Lake. Done a fantastic job, great guy. It was a lot of fun to get the chance to talk to Mr. Herman there.
Yeah, we were thinking about maybe bringing him into Sports Path. I know we were talking about that.
Yeah, always like to have some good guests for you, in-studio interviews. I want to remind you, we got that episode coming up on the 25th of January, and we'll have some Matamidi hockey players in studio.
You know, eventually we're going to try to bring some Tartan basketball players in there as well as the season winds down and they get into the state tournament. I know there's a big article on Jordan Horn in the Pioneer Press, so he's doing big things and going to Siena next year. So a lot of good coverage here for you on TV 19.
Yeah, I was just going to say, how about your Fab Five schools in winter sports doing big things?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we could be fine with Hill Murray hockey, but instead we have a million teams that we get to cover.
Exactly. I mean, Hill Murray has raised enough banners. But a few other of
Nice
our Fab
play.
Five schools really getting in on the action, putting strong teams out in every sport. And it just hasn't been White Bears' night as that one rolls off the rim.
Yeah, I think it's too late now, Sam. They needed that bucket. They absolutely needed that shot. They had the play they wanted. The little roll there by Perrin. There's another foul. It's not looking good.
And what presence of mind by Jada Johnson to kind of get that ball and quickly throw up a shot. Got the foul call, and she will go to the line. Looks like shooting two.
And Jada Johnson with a solid 6 points on the night. Some very nice looking 2-pointers.
And free throw goes.
See the replay right here. Just a little too much body to body contact. And they're gonna call that every time.
Well, Roseville now up 11. And Johnson gets the roll.
You know, it speaks wonders to how good this Roseville team is for them to step up, even when their best scorer is scoring 10 points less than she normally averages. with 4 minutes left. So they've definitely stepped up. Everyone raging from Johnson to Ashley Boss. You know, they're doing it from top to bottom.
Have been a great team effort from Roseville tonight. Mullins going to start firing them from outside. That one just off long. Roseville somehow able to keep it in bounds. Good effort from Aaron Hill. Kaya Porter will slow it up. Under 4 minutes now left to go.
They're going to slow things down here, Sam, a lot. More than they have been most of the game.
Yeah, no need to rush for Roseville. In command
almost
here.
A 5-second call right there. Very close. He was at 4.
And another close call as Jolisa Ross was holding the basketball. She tries to get it inside, deflected, but falls for Roseville again. Aaron Hill with it. And we got a foul away from the ball.
I'm gonna tell you what, I thought there was a foul on the ball as well, Sam. I heard the smack from here. I don't know how that wasn't called, but it looks like that was on Roseville.
Yeah, number 1, Jolisa Ross called for the foul away from the ball.
White Bear Lake needs to hurry up. They can't afford to pass the ball around. They need to find an open shot, and you just got to take it.
Perrin decides to drive, draws contact, and will go to the line.
Yeah, that missed layup that she had was huge about 2 minutes ago. I'll tell you what, David, definitely after the technical foul there by Janicki, when it was a 3 or 4 point ball game, it was made the world of difference. It totally seemed like both the teams went opposite directions after that. That looked like all ball on that last block, but they get the call.
Perrin missing the first. I think White Bear is going to spend some time shooting free throws at practice this week.
Yes, and they didn't miss much in the first 15 minutes of the game, and then after that, all the free throw shooting for both teams went very, very downhill.
Now, Roseville's kept it up pretty well. White Bear hasn't made 2 of 2 from the line. I cannot remember when.
Nice hustle there by Malia Hansen.
And that's a big play as Roseville throws it away.
And they need a 3-pointer. They still have a chance, but it's going to be tough. So you give the ball to Alexa Moline. Let her shoot a 3.
Speaking again of free throws might become big on Roseville's side here as we get into the very late stages of this game, with White Bear going to be sending them to the line to try and get extra possessions. Roseville can keep up the good free throw shooting. That's going to go a long way. And once again, White Bear just unable to get the roll here tonight.
Heck of a move, though, by Jordan Farron.
Sometimes they don't fall for you.
Yeah, I'd say it seemed like they've had a lot of buckets that were so close, and Roseville hasn't had very many of those.
Yeah, even the free throws, too. I talked about a lot of missed free throws. A lot of them very close, not getting the roll. Seems like Roseville's got the kind roll. Usually goes the other way. The home team gets the...
Took the words right out of my mouth, Sam.
You know, they get the bounces.
Yeah, White Bear Lake's got the ball again. If they get a 3 right here, you're down. It's going to be tough.
I'll tell you what, though, you know, that's another big thing is that the times that they've got those big stops here tonight, White Bear, they haven't been able to capitalize on that following possession. They get that big stop, maybe a 5-point game, but they aren't able to cut it to a 3-point game. We saw that earlier here. Got a couple opportunities. She's unable to really make any headway after getting the turnover.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Sam, and that's made the world of difference. Roseville, as they haven't gotten down when they've turned over the ball. You know what? They came back and they played in-your-face defense, and that's why White Bears only scored 33 points this game. We've talked about how good White Bears' defense is, but Roseville's is better.
Oh, good look inside. Farron, though, excellent recovery. I think Hansen got a hand to it and affected the shot.
Yeah, Malia Hansen, she's been playing a heck of a game. I think I called her Jada Johnson earlier a couple times, but she's shut down Perrin. She shut down Farron. She shut down who's ever been in the post that she's guarding at that time, and she's only a freshman.
Yeah, definitely a good job by the front court defense of Roseville all night. Farron hits the first.
You see right there. Just there's the
Hansen.
foul.
Farron good on the 2 free throws. 9-point game. Minute and a half left to go. Porter trapped behind the line. Almost an over and back. And I think Roseville's going to take a timeout. Yes, in fact, Coach Jeff Crosby. Oh, no, we do have a call. It's a turnover. And it looked like it was 10-second rule. Didn't get it across half court. Sorry, I thought Coach Crosby got a timeout in there.
It didn't seem like 10 seconds.
Yeah, not sure. Maybe it was a 5-second rule before the 10-second rule with the full court press.
Nonetheless, good defense. And I don't know why they didn't start playing full court press a little earlier. You're down by 13 with 5 minutes left. Should have started then.
And Perrin gets it. She's able to get under the basket and get an easy look. Yeah, you got to wonder if the full court press is something White Bear doesn't often do. Maybe something they're not that comfortable with, because I agree with you. Yeah, kind of late to be showing that now, especially with the deficit. 7-point game all of a sudden. But time running down, and yeah, White Bear is going to need to foul.
It's a little too late, Sam. Yeah, they, like you said, they might not run the full court press much, but when you're down by as much as they were, you know, with 4 minutes left, 4.5, that's when you full court press. Maybe even sooner than that. Your team hasn't been scoring much all day.
Might as well give it a shot. You know, you need those extra possessions.
Yeah, you got to try something. And they got a turnover out of it.
Aaron Hill knocks down the free throw.
It's been a very impressive ball game put on by Roseville.
Second one off, tipped to the corner. Tessa Anderson tracks it down, dribbles out of it with a head of steam. She passes out of the. Perrin looked for a three-pointer, picks up the dribble and double dribbles. And that might be all she wrote here.
Yeah.
As Roseville coming up with a huge stand.
Coach Post looked at Perrin and said, "What are you doing?"
And I think there could have been a travel called a little bit earlier in that possession. Tessa Anderson, before she got it off to Perrin, maybe took one too many steps and slid a pivot foot.
I saw that as well, Sam, but, you know, it's hard to miss a double dribble. I don't know if you saw the Russell Westbrook travel from the other night. He got the inbounds ball at the backcourt, and he started walking about 8 steps before they called it. It was insane. He was almost at, you know.
That's right. He didn't even start dribbling?
No, he didn't even think. He called the play and was walking. Steph Curry pointed at the ref. He's like, "What are you doing?"
So even the pros have lapses in judgment. You got to imagine somebody who plays basketball that often would know some of the basics of the game, like you need to dribble.
Exactly. Especially a guy averaging a triple-double a game.
Jolisa Ross knocking him down at the free throw line.
She's been a scrappy player for Roseville. Great defense. Had some great shots. And that's going to be all she wrote there, Sam.
And strong senior class for Roseville.
If I was Mullen right there, I would have put up that 3. She would have got hacked.
And good call from the official. I think they got it right as ball comes off of Michaela Cragen's foot. Crowd doesn't like it. I think it's the right call. 10.7 seconds left to go. 10-point game. Roseville going to just try and inbound this one and see it out.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Ross trapped in the corner, takes a bump, loses a shoe.
Don't really know who was booing in the crowd there, but your team's down by 10 with 8 seconds left. I don't think you really need to boo the refs on that one. Now the tip pass earlier, that could have been booed.
And it certainly was.
It was. I think I even booed it. Great camera work by our
good
camera
shot.
crew. I think we had multiple angles on that one.
Great job as always by the whole production team here at TV19 Sports.
Remember, folks, we're always looking for volunteers, free camera lessons, or you could even try out for, sports games.
Yeah, doing some announcing, although you're not going to take our jobs.
Nope.
We'll train you up so that you can take someone else's jobs. Only kidding. So a couple more free throws for the Raiders. Makes it 49-37. 5 seconds left to go. And Roseville is going to improve to 6-2 in the Suburban East. White Bear will fall to 5-3. Big victory for the Raiders on the road at White Bear Lake. The final score again, Roseville 49, White Bear 37. For Sam Erickson and John Miller and all the rest of the crew here at TV19, we want to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.